Aloha baseball fans, and welcome to the Clem Hew Invitational. This is the 5th game of the tournament. It's the Iolani Raiders against the Leilehua Mules, and the Mules in that top half of the first inning scored 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 Raider errors, and 2 Mules left on base. And with Iolani coming up to bat here in the bottom of the first. Sorry for joining you late with the audio. Had a lot to set up. The previous game, 2-2, went into extra innings, and then there was a mad rush to get this game started and in, hopefully before the sun sets on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. I'm John Tamanaha along with Christian Mobokoro. It's baseball season, Chris. It feels like it's still basketball season, boys basketball state tournament and all that. And
yeah, it came around quickly, and we're happy about that. And as John mentioned, we apologize. We're signing on a half inning late, and Iolani's already trailing 2-0. But we are here now and happy to be presenting you with some ILH-OIA baseball in the Clem Hew tournament.
Absolutely. Starting pitcher for the Raiders, Isaiah Weeks. He was the number 6 out there. And now to get us started here in the bottom of the first, it'll be Cole Yonamine, who is the designated hitter today. Yesterday he was the catcher, leading off for the 2nd day in a row. Looks at a strike from Cohen Barton, the Mule pitcher. Excellent pitcher here in the state of Hawaii, 6'3" senior, right-hander. Ooh, that one hits Cole Yonamine right about at the belt.
I'm glad you mentioned Barton's height because I was just going to ask you how tall he was.
Well, he was 6'3" last year. He might be 6'4".
Well, and he's standing on a mound, so he looks even taller than that.
And here's somebody that I think is taller than him. This is Manalau Kong, who is at shortstop today. He's about 6'6". Fastball outside. You can just hear the firmness of his his pitching.
Yeah, he throws pretty firm, and he had a busy first inning. He's not only their pitcher, he's their 4th batter.
Yeah.
And he had a single to drive in their first run.
Starts Manalau Kong off with 2 balls. Mana was the DH yesterday, went 1 for 2 against Castle. Also had a walk and was hit by a pitch. Koyonamine was hit by a pitch seconds ago. He's taken his lead off first base. 3-0 pitch to Lau Kong in there, right in the bottom part of the zone. Nice pitch by Barton. The Raiders know Cohen Barton well. I will fill you in on that in a second. 3-1 pitch is grounded through the hole and into left field. The Raiders get the first 2 on.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there by Lau Kong. A little bit out in front of the end of the bat, but managed to get it through the 6-0 for a nice base hit. Put the first 2 runners on.
Now coming up for Iolani is Judah Ota, the center fielder. He was in center field yesterday in the 14-4 victory over Castle. He's also batting in the number 3 hole here, sophomore. Yet another tall student athlete, Chris. Judah Ota.
How tall is Ota? Do you have his height?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm gonna guess he's
oh, man.
He's a good 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
Still growing, just a sophomore. Batting from the left side, Yonamine at second, Lau Kong at first.
Leilehua keeping the runner at second close. First baseman is in. Possible bunt situation, but not typical Iolani baseball. So we'll see what they do here.
First pitch to Ota. In there for a strike. Judah was 2 for 3 yesterday against Castle, scored 3 runs, had a couple stolen bases, 1 RBI. He also drew a walk. That one gets away from the catcher. And a throw down to the second.
Heads up base running by Cole Yonomini there. The ball didn't bounce that far away or hit the catcher's glove and go that far away, but heads up, he took off immediately. Head first slide, safe easily.
Yonomini at third now. And the pinch runner for Lau Kong at second. Ota kind of bounced away from that inside pitch.
Didn't miss by much there. You
No.
can tell Barton wanted that call.
2-1. 2 on. Nobody out here. Bottom of the first inning. Raiders trailing it 2-0. Ota ground ball, foul. Even the count at 2-2. So Cohen Barton was the starting pitcher the last time these two teams met. That was in the state tournament. He went all 7 innings. Beat the Raiders 2-0. And a pitching duel with Trent Ely. His 2-2 pitch. And oohs and ahs from the crowd. Runs the count full.
Interesting here, John. You know, first inning, no out, second and third. Shortstop is in, third baseman is in, but first and second baseman are deep.
And that pitch misses. The walk will load the bases. Very different situation for Barton. Well, actually, maybe you could say it's a continuation, because in the 7th inning in that game in the state tournament at Les Murakami Stadium, it was 2-0 going into the bottom of the 7th. Then he got into some trouble. His only 2 walks of the game in the 7th and a hit by pitch. And now some similar action here as we begin this one. And another hit by pitch which forces in a run. Isaac Ahokovi gets hit there. And Yonomine will walk home. So that cuts the lead in half. And now Cole Ide digging in. Raider right fielder. Swings at the first pitch. Nubs
It's like
it.
off his foot, yeah.
Foul off his own foot.
You gotta like the aggressiveness by Cole there, even after a walk and hit by pitch. He went up, first pitch swinging. Gotta like.
Cole Ide is feeling it.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
4 for 4, hit for the cycle against Castle. How many times do you get to say that?
He should be looking to swing.
Second pitch is in the dirt. Easy take for Cole there. Yesterday in the first inning, he got a single. And he got a triple in the third, a home run in the fourth, 2-run shot.
Ooh.
And then in the 6th inning, got a double. Hit for the cycle, scored 2 runs, 6 RBI, and stole a base. That's a line. It's a keeper. In the 14-4 victory over Castle, get the Clem Hew Invitational started yesterday afternoon. 1-2 pitch here. That is wide.
Gotta like his approach here. 2 strikes, he's choking up on the bat, looking to put the ball in play.
CJ Tyra, the pinch runner at third, stays put after that ball bounces out of the glove.
I think that's the thing we've noticed about Cole these past few years. Really good understanding of the strike zone. Very disciplined hitter.
His home run yesterday went over that Iolani one team sign in right field. 3-2 pitch, bases loaded, nobody out, is swung on and hit foul.
Not just hit foul, it was rocketed foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all over that.
Is that Coach Harrison over there, coaching first base? Another 3-2 pitch. That is inside.
That is a good take by Cole right there. I don't know if you saw that, John, but our umpire here, his right arm did a little flinch as if he was going to bring him up, but it quickly went back down.
So that ties the game.
You know, it might just go down in the books as a walk, but that was a quality at
Yeah.
bat.
Exactly right. So now the Raiders will huddle up the 3 base runners and trade in Chong Ki, the next Raider hitter, around head coach Kurt Miyahira. Two-two, still nobody out here in the home half of the first inning. Raiders with the bases loaded. Judah Ota at first. Ethan Akagi running for Isaac Aho Covey at second, and Cole Ide at first. Chonky coming to the plate. The Iolani third baseman was 1 for 3 yesterday versus Castle, scored a pair of runs. Beautiful afternoon here at the Iolani baseball field. Barton kicks and fires. Inside for a ball. Cohen Barton in that complete game 2-0 victory over Iolani in the state tournament last year threw 105 pitches. Off-speed pitch. Misses outside. Scattered 3 hits, struck out 5, issued 2 walks. Gets that one in. 2 balls and 1 strike. In this game already, Barton has walked 2 and hit 2. And one's fouled off, even the count at 2-2.
Leilehua middle infield is going to play for the double play, and first and third looks like they're coming home on a ground ball.
2-2 pitch to Chong Ki. That one bounces up.
Nice stop by Sasaki behind the plate there, saved the run.
Three-two pitch. That one goes in the dirt and to the backstop. And Judah Ota comes across to give the Raiders a lead in this one. Still nobody out. 3-2 Iolani.
Barton struggling with his control here. Leilehua has someone up in the pen. They're getting loose.
That's a ground ball to the shortstop. Flips it to second and over to first for the 6-4-3 double play. So the first 2 outs there in style. Dawson hits the first pitch to him into left field for a sharp single.
These Iolani hitters are not waiting. They're going up there looking for their pitch, and they're swinging. And he cashed in there.
Runner at first, the ball squirts away from Sasaki, and Dawson dashes over to second base. Nalu Kane, left fielder. It's a pinch runner in yesterday's game. He lines a sharp
this is
single
here
inside the line. That drives in Dawson. Now Lucane. So now the Raiders lead at 6-2.
Very different, John, from the game just previous to this game.
Very different from the top half of the inning. We were sitting here getting ready. Leilehua scored 2-0. Scored 2 runs, I should say. Raiders come back with 6 so far here in the bottom half. Koyonamine, the leadoff hitter, he rips one to third. Up with it and across the diamond is Awana to end the inning. But the Raiders score 6 and lead it 6-2 after 1. So Chris, this tournament, Invitational, 9 games. We'll wrap it up 4 games on Monday, President's Day, after taking off Saturdays in honor of Clem Hew. Kind of give the listeners, viewers, just kind of a, we'll do this throughout the course of the afternoon, but your initial thoughts about Clem Hew. He was your coach and colleague and friend.
Yeah. Very special that this tournament is named after Coach Hew. I had the honor to play for Coach Hew. He was assistant coach to Les Uehara for a long time. And I was an outfielder, and Clem Hew was our outfield coach. And, you know, he was very much a calming factor for the team, like a very calming fatherly figure. You know, kind of that wise old coach on the team that never got too excited, never got too down, and you know, if things weren't going well, he would pull you aside and he would talk to you and give you some really good fatherly advice. And I think everyone had the same feeling about Coach Hew. You always appreciated his words of wisdom and just his care for you as a player.
Thank you, Chris. Starting things off here in the top of the second. Dykes lines a shot over Oni Dawson and into right field for a single.
Nice piece of hitting there by Dykes. Went opposite field. Leadoff single. Get Leilehua started.
Now it'll be Jacob Sablan, the Mule shortstop. Looks at a called strike from Isaiah Weeks, the senior, on the mound for the Raiders here. Inside pitch called for a strike. Getting word that our scoreboard connection is not working. Our apologies. It is 6-2 Raiders. And now 1 down here in the top of the second inning as Sablan goes down swinging. We'll go to the top of the order. Bryce Anzai, Leilehua center fielder. Singled his first time up. Looks at a pitch low. Wow, Chris, if the scoreboard's not working, that used to make it somewhat easier for the play-by-play guy. So now I really have to hone in on the balls and strikes and the score and the inning. I have to do my job. Weeks pitching out of the stretch. In there.
Nice pitch.
1-1. 1 out. 1 on. Adrian Dykes taking his lead off first. Weeks to the plate. That one is low and away. Isaac Ahokovi behind the plate today. Is that shortstop yesterday, the senior? 2-1 pitch, swung on and fouled.
And you don't see that very often where the starting shortstop the next day goes and plays catcher. You know,
it's very versatile.
Yeah.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Anzai. The pitch is high. This will be Isaiah Weeks' 25th pitch. Yep. Just misses. Walk issued to Anzai.
Second base runner started running back towards first, and the first base coach had to tell him, stay there.
Dykes just focused on getting the second. You know, he got started, as you mentioned, so doing what he needs to do. First and second, 1 out. Pasco at the plate. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it into the glove of Chong Ki over to second.
Nice
and
pick
dug
at
out
first
by
for
Oni Dawson.
Yes.
5-4-3. Twin killing ends it.
As you mentioned, nice pick at first by Dawson.
So that keeps the score at Iolani 6, Leilehua 2.
You know, we were talking in between innings about Coach Hew, and so I first met him and knew him as a baseball coach, and later actually, I had the privilege of coaching with Coach Hugh when I transitioned to softball, and he was my assistant coach. And it's funny, even though I was the head coach and he was the assistant, I feel like I was still learning from him,
Mm.
you know. But it was interesting because as a baseball coach, he commanded so much respect and almost fear sometimes as a player. Not that he was a mean guy, he wasn't, but just out of respect, and he was a big kind of tough guy. But I noticed that he was different when he coached the girls. Like
Oh.
he was he was still highly respected, but he was like a big teddy bear, you know, like these he was much softer and sweeter with as a girls softball coach, and I'm like, what happened, coach? But he was the best. He was great. The players all loved and respected him, and the same positive influence that he brought to the boys team, he brought to the girls softball team. And here at Iolani, we were so lucky to have him for as long as we did.
You yourself might know about the difference between coaching boys and girls,
Yeah.
as you coach baseball and softball. First pitch to Manalao Kong, pops out of the glove of Sasaki.
I just wish I had the kind of that fatherly wisdom that Coach Hugh had.
1-0 pitch to Mana, low and outside.
All right, let's see how Barton does in his second inning of work here.
Kicks and fires. Little Kong
Heads up,
gets
heads
a
up,
piece of
heads
that.
up.
And is into the Sullivan courtyard. Manalao Kong, the junior, in at shortstop today. Was the designated hitter yesterday. Last year, he hit .359, scored 16 runs, drove in 23. Fouls another one back. That one hits the Sullivan Center. Last year, Mana hit 2 home runs, had a triple, 4 doubles. 2-2 pitch to him is high at the letters. Kong singled and scored in the first inning. This time he dances away from that ball in the dirt. Draws the walk. And CJ Tyra, the sophomore, will come in to run for him once again. Judah Ota comes to the plate, batting from the left side. Iolani sophomore center fielder looks at that one. Ball 1. Tyra taking his lead off of first. Ota slices one into the glove of the Leilehua third baseman, Awana, for the first out. Looked almost there off the bat. He was going to serve that into left field along the line. Throw over, chasing Tyra back. Ahokovi, Isaac Ahokovi, a Raider batter here.
Oh,
that hits him in the hip. That is the second time he has been hit by a pitch in this game. And we're just in the second inning. Tyra advances to second.
looks like courtesy runner Is that Ethan Akagi?
It is. Ethan was in left field yesterday. Running for the catcher, Aho Covey. First pitch to Ko Ide is outside for a ball. This one is lined off the first baseman's glove. Throw over, not in time. Everybody's safe. Ide at first, Akagi into second, Tyra over to third. One out.
That was a good display of how fast Ko Ide is. You mentioned he hit for the cycle yesterday. You know,
And
home
had a
run,
stolen base,
triple.
yeah.
But people, they may not realize just how fast he is. And he's a big kid, but he can move.
Yeah, he had a stolen base yesterday.
That was a good
Stand-up
example.
triple.
That was a good example right there on how quick he
Yeah.
got down the first base line.
Chonky grounds the first pitch to him past the shortstop who lost his footing. One run and it goes all the way to the wall. 2, 3. Chonky is in there at third base. Just drove in 3 runs.
What do you give that there, John? Is that a
That's a,
is that
that's
is that a hit? Is that an error? He was there but didn't touch it under his glove.
yeah.
We'll leave that to the
We'll-
official
we'll
scorekeepers.
see. That's a tough one. Might have hit something, or the shortstop Sablon might have lost his footing. Seemed to go a little bit to his left.
Well, it was going to be a tough play, and the
Yeah.
ball was so hard hit, and there was a runner, in front of him. There was a lot going on there.
You can tell it was hard hit because it rolled to the wall.
Oh,
Another hit by pitch. Oniate. So now runners at the corners.
you got to think that they're going to make a change here soon.
That is the 4th time a Raider batter has been hit by Barton, who has also walked 4. And now a meeting at the mound. And they will take the ball from Cohen Barton. He will depart and into the game. Landon Po'opa'a. So there will be some changes as Barton was hitting for himself. We'll see how that unfolds. So you can close the book on Cohen Barton. Gave up 9 runs, all of them earned. In the now we see what that scoring was. Walked 4, gave up 5 hits in an inning and a third.
Yeah, you could see from the very first inning he didn't have his best stuff today. Very different from the pitcher we saw at the end of last season. And of course it's just the start of the season, so you don't expect people to be in mid-season form yet.
You know, Barton, when you say that, I look back at his stats from last year. 49 plus innings. He gave up only 7 earned runs in the season, so even I can do that math. When you
7 earned
yeah.
runs in 49 innings?
And when we talk about 7-run games, that
Wow.
means he had a
my God.
1.00 ERA.
Oh my God.
He was 5-1. Got a save. Struck out 41. and walked 15.
15 walks in 49 innings.
But here's the thing, Chris, that complete game that I talked about, pitching in the state tournament against Iolani, that was his 4th complete game of the season.
Wow.
And they came all in a row in his last 4 outings.
Wow.
So
Wow.
maybe he's just getting started here. This is just the preseason. Look out for Cohen Barton. Po'opa'a's pitch to Oni Dawson is low.
I mean, I don't need to tell you, in this day and age, it's very rare to see high school pitchers throw complete games. It's hard to do.
Second pitch is grounded to third. Short way to second. Not in time to first. But coming across to score another run is Traden Chong Ki. Now it is 10-2. Iolani over Leilehua.
Wow, got to give it to Oni Dawson there for busting it down the line. It was a bang-bang play, and his hustle scored another run.
Great point. It is swung on and popped up by Nalu Kane. Pasco takes care of it to end the inning. But the Raiders tack on 4 more and lead it 10-2. After 2, here in Game 5 of the Clem Hew Invitational.
You know, going back to Clem Hew, he was more than just a coach here. You know, the tournament is named after him, and because he was a long-time baseball coach, softball coach, but he would cook the Kahlua pig for our annual carnival, and then later the fair, where in the early years he would actually build a pit out there in left field, well, beyond the home run fence in left field, and he would actually Kahlua the pig there. And he and his crew, he had a big volunteer crew with him. They'd make the laulaus, they would make the Kahlua cabbage, and he did this for decades.
They didn't get that from the store or Costco. I don't know if there was Costco.
I mean, that goes above and beyond. Not just making the food, but actually digging the pit and Kahluing the pig.
10-2, Raiders out in front of the Mules here.
You know, and with his outfielders, he would hit fly balls, I mean, for half the practice to the outfielders, just ball after ball. All right, here we go.
Isaiah Weeks still on the mound for the Raiders. First pitch is swung on and popped up to right. Koide is there over the shoulder.
Yeah, wind blowing slightly out to right, and Cole had in position perfectly.
Cohen Barton stays in the game as the designated hitter now. So looked at a strike. And here the Raider dugout to our right. Yeah. As Weeks gets out in front of Barton. Now it is 0-2. Cohen as a hitter against Iolani in that state tournament game was 1 for 3. That's like 1 for 3, but that's against Trent Ely, who I think scattered just 4 hits in that game, in that duel against Barton. That one sent foul. Both of the Leilehua runs in that game were unearned, so Trent Ely pitched a whale of a ball game. The 0-2 pitch to Barton is in there for a called strike 3.
Gotta be impressed with Weeks. He's not fooling around. You know, 0-2, still going right after him.
That is Isaiah's third strikeout here. One in each inning. Tabankura batting for the right side, grounds it to Chonky at third. And across to Dawson, who applies the tag for out number 3. Mules go down 1, 2, 3. They trail it 10-2 to the Iolani Raiders.
Iolani coaches got to be pleased with that. They're putting up 10 runs. Weeks just goes out there, pump strikes, lets his defense do some work, and a short amount of time, you're back in the dugout on offense.
You know, you talked about Clem Hew as an outfield coach. I talked to Richie Kibota, who is class of
83.
83. Yeah, state champion his senior year.
And he was an all-star all-star outfielder for Coach Hew.
He said, I remember as a young player that he was a huge figure physically with big bear paw hands.
That's true. He had huge hands.
Yeah, and he's also a sergeant major in the reserve. So
right.
Richie said he coached us in a very military-like way,
Yeah.
making sure our hair was cut short and that we were respectful. Since he was my outfield coach back then, the first test of me was hitting a whole bucket of baseballs in the outfield at practice to see if I could field and to test my stamina.
Wow. No, again, we cannot state that enough. When we say he hit you a whole bucket of balls, we're not exaggerating. He would hit you a whole bucket of balls. Man.
Raiders leading at 10-2 here, batting in the bottom of the third. Koyonamine. 1 ball and 1 strike to him. Speed pitch inside.
Wow, he came right back with that. Let's see what Cole is looking for here. 2 strikes. Good eye.
Ball in the dirt makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouls that one
off his foot.
Yeah,
Ouch.
hopping on his right.
He's grimacing. That caught him.
Right on one of those
shucks.
left Air Jordans, Air Jordan cleats. Wow, we get a good shot of that as he kind of circles around. Beautiful.
You know, I noticed that, but I wasn't gonna say anything. But you know, you can't help notice that those are Air Jordan baseball shoes. Yeah.
You know, back in his dad's day, Mark Gunamine, class of '87, my classmate. You know, that's when those came out. And some of
right?
us,
is right?
Yeah,
87?
Yeah. Well, like 85, 83. But
well, we
yeah,
should
those
mention
were
Mark.
thought to be
we
ugly
should mention Mark.
shoes.
He was
Yeah,
an outstanding baseball player in his own right. First baseman, he could hit.
That pitch is in the dirt. Runs the count full.
Cole actually has some Iolani colored socks on as well.
Swings at that one, sends it skyward. Sablon, the shortstop, is under it for the out.
So it's interesting, they don't have to wear uniform socks. He seems to be the only one with them.
Hey, Chris, they don't have to wear uniforms with numbers. The pitcher and the catcher are both wearing number 6 today.
I guess that's what the preseason is for.
Yeah,
that's what the preseason is for.
to where the Sasaki want. Well, Kong swings to that one, and
Oh,
it gets
man.
a big piece of Sasaki.
That was a crafty pitch there. He took something off,
Yeah.
and it fooled Lao Kong.
Landon pitching to Mana. That one
He
was
threw
low.
down even slower.
Yeah.
Wow. You can tell he's not about to challenge him with anything hard here.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on. That one also bounces in.
He's being very careful with Lao Kong.
Quite a size discrepancy between the batter and the hitter here. 2-1 pitch.
Just
Ooh.
missed inside. That was a great pitch, though. John, how do you pronounce his last name? Landon Po'opa'a?
Po'opa'a.
Po'opa'a.
Got a couple Okinas in there.
Yeah, he's crafty. He is a pitcher. He's not just throwing up there. He's
3-1 is low, and Mana draws a walk.
yeah. He didn't want any piece of Lao Kong there.
Lao Kong singled in the first, walked in the second, walk here in the third. Brings Judah Ota to the plate. Sophomore center fielder.
We really need the heights of all these players.
Yeah.
John, I'd be 5'6" if I had legs like that, you know?
What? Wait, what? 1-0 pitch.
Man,
That just misses too. Sun is creeping up on the plate. The shade, I should say. That was in there for a strike.
painted the outside corner there.
CJ Tyra, courtesy runner at first base.
Well, 3-1. He's got to come in here.
Whoa, when Oda takes those practice swings, did you see that?
Ota is looking for a strike. He wants a strike. Ah,
That was too low.
and you can tell. You see
Yeah.
the disappointment on his face. He did not want to walk there.
That's his second walk of the game. Now Isaac Ahokovi, who has been hit by the pitch in the first and second innings, batting here in the third. That one nestles in the top half of the zone. Oh, Covey with a protector on his left elbow.
Late time is called there. Pitcher was
Yeah.
in motion and had to stop.
In the dirt, dancing away is Tyra. Gets back to the bag. A couple of sophomores are the base runners, CJ Tyra and Judah Ota. Isaac Ahokovi, senior catcher today, at the plate. The pitch is low, and it squirts out of Sasaki's glove, and both runners will advance. So now 2 in scoring position with 1 down for Ahokovi. Two-one pitch. Off speed and in there for a strike.
Oh, Kobe gives a little bit of a smile. He knows that he let one get by there. Infield in for Leilehua, looking to cut down the runner at third.
2-2 pitch. In there for a called strike 3. Po'opa'a.
He's crafty.
Yeah.
He is crafty.
Strikes Aho Covey out for the second out. Isaac coming back to the dugout with a smile, talking it over with his teammates. This is Cole Ide now at the plate. That one is inside to him.
Good take there. Ooh. You can tell he wanted to pull the trigger, but had enough discipline to just hold back.
Cole walked in the first. Got a hit in the second. Looks at a strike call there. Brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. 10-2. Raiders out in front of Leilehua. Po'opa'a's pitch outside there.
You can tell his strategy when he does throw his hard stuff. He stays away though. He's looking to have the batters chase his hard stuff away.
3-1 pitch.
Good eye.
That one just misses.
Again, Cole Ide showing his discipline at the plate.
His second walk of the afternoon. Trade in Chong Ki, junior third baseman. Batting with the bases loaded and 2 out. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it to short. And Sablon will take it to the bag to end the inning. But the Raiders still lead it 10-2 after 3. Here at the Clem Hew Invitational. 12 teams, 9 games played in this 3-day celebration of baseball. Take tomorrow off, and then there will be games starting on President's Day, Monday the 19th. Kaiser versus St. Louis at 8:30. Kalani versus MPI at 11. Kamehameha Kapalama against Mililani at 1:30. And then to wrap it all up at 4 o'clock, it'll be the Iolani Raiders hosting the Campbell Sabres. Teams in this tournament: Castle, Kalani, Kamehameha Kapalama, Mililani, Damien, MPI, Kailua, Leilehua, Kaiser, St. Louis, Campbell, and of course, Iolani. And in the home dugout, all the teams that are home teams, they see a plaque for Clement Hew Jr., senior. There is Clem Hew Jr., a class of 75 here at Iolani School. And on these are what the lines on the plaque say, which are under the classic picture of Clem Hew sitting on a bucket there near the dugout. Hard work, no excuses. Represent your school with pride and humility. Embrace your teammates. Work together as a team. Respect and be responsible for your equipment. That's very important. Love your family. And then the bottom line in big letters, bold-faced, Iolani, one team.
That is great stuff. That is great stuff. I'd never seen that before. Thank you. We have a pitching change here, John.
Yeah. On the mound for the Raiders, Chase Thompson. Just a freshman, left-hander. And he hits the leadoff batter here in the 4th inning, Sasaki.
It's a very good pitching outing by Weeks. 3 strong innings.
Yeah, we can close the book on Isaiah. Scattered 3 hits. 2 runs came across, both unearned. struck out 4 and walked 1.
That's a great
That's
outing.
a great ratio.
Yeah, great outing.
This is Hanoa at the plate. Keola Hanoa facing Thompson. Left-hander's pitch is in the dirt. Coach Kurt Miyahira jogging out to talk to Chase. Chase, just a freshman, up from the JV.
Is the JV season done, or is it still going on?
Well, you know, and yesterday there were 2 pitchers up from the JV that joined in the game, and I was wondering that same thing. But yeah, it looks like.
No, the reason I ask is that, so, I mean, it's his first varsity appearance, but he's been pitching already this season.
Yes,
so,
yes.
yeah. It's not his first outing of the season.
With the big club.
Yeah, with the big club. Called up. Got the call.
Shakes off the first signal. That one is fouled back. Keola Hanoa at the plate. Two on pitch to him. It is low. So last year, and people might have seen this as a highlight, in the OIA semifinals, Leilehua versus Kailua, 1-0, Leilehua beat Kailua. Here's Thompson's pitch is grounded to short. That's Lau Kong charging. Throws to second.
Oh, no.
Ball squirts out of the glove of Oniate. And the runner is safely aboard. And Keola Hanoa, excuse me, is also safe at first, obviously. But the game ended, Chris. 1-0 game ended with Hanoa throwing out a runner at the plate at Les Murakami Stadium to send the Mules to the OIA championship game.
Wow.
The thing of dreams.
What position was he playing?
Left field.
Threw him out the plate to end the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
1-0 game.
Wow.
In the league semifinals. At the Les. That pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Aho Covey nicely. This is Dykes at the plate.
This is interesting. He wasn't just showing bunt. He really was gonna bunt, and it, you know, 4th inning, 10-2. Preseason, maybe they're working on stuff.
2 runners on, nobody out. Swinging here. Swings through that one and strikes out. Thompson's first strikeout at the varsity level.
Yeah, nice comeback by Thompson right there.
The Leilehua shortstop, Sablan, digging in from the right side. Now 1 out. First pitch to him is swung on and popped up.
Fly.
Oni Dawson takes care of it.
He didn't call infield fly, but that should have been an infield fly.
So that is the 2nd out. The leadoff hitter Anzai, Bryce Anzai, comes to the plate. Bryce is the Leilehua center fielder. Looks at a called strike on the outer half. Nakamoto, the courtesy runner at second. Hanoa at first. Just getting a piece there. was Anzai. He is in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. 10-2. Sorry about the scoreboard. I'll try to say the score more often than I normally would with the score on the screen. But it's 10-2 Iolani. This is the top of the 4th inning.
Nice stop,
Kovi springing around like a cat back there. Quick hands, quick feet. He was the shortstop in yesterday's game. 14-4 victory in 6 innings over Castle.
He might be springing around like a cat, but he's a big cat.
Yeah, he is. Well, cats can be big.
He's a big cat.
This one is chopped to Chong Ki, who grabs it and steps on the bag to end the inning.
Oh, very impressive by Thompson there. First 2 runners get on, comes back with a strikeout, pop up, and routine ground ball to third. I gotta tell you, John, for a 9th grader to come in and do that, that's pretty good.
So 10-2. Iolani Raiders here over Leilehua. Coming out tomorrow. 4 o'clock first pitch scheduled. The Iolani versus Campbell. It'll be the 4th of 4 games tomorrow. Earlier today, it was Kamehameha Schools Kapalama defeating Kalani 6-0. Scored 4 runs in the 5th inning. Kalani out-hit the Warriors, 7 hits to 6, but 6-0 on the scoreboard, that's where it counts. Damien defeated Mililani 7-4 in the 2nd game. And Mid-Pacific tied, yes, Kailua, 2-2. It was 2-2 after 7. They let him play another inning. No score there. Need to get this game in. So we'll call that one a tie.
We have another pitching change here. Looks like Anzai's on the mound now.
Is that Bryce Anzai, number 2? Pitching to Oniate. Kana Oniate, 2 for 4 yesterday. Looks at a called strike there. Evens the count at 1-1. Kana had a triple yesterday against the Knights. Looks at another strike inside. Also drove in 2 runs. This time he drives it into the ground and bounces over Coach Kurt Miyahira. Coach Kurt in his 9th year.
Wow, 9 years.
Took over the Iolani varsity program in 2016. The 1-2 pitch is high. Coach Kurt was the JV head coach here at Iolani the previous 2 years, and prior to that he was an assistant at his alma mater from 2006 to 2013 under Mark Kiriyama. Oniate fouls that one back. Coach Kurt, a graduate of Mililani High School in 2001. So young. 2-2 pitch. Makana Oniate. That one head toward Eddie Hamada Field. This is actually Eddie Hamada Field as well, but the Eddie Hamada baseball field.
Field's in great shape.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin Lopes and Kale Burgo.
Yeah.
Hard work. Oniate sends this one to left field. And Hanoa is there. makes the catch. We don't get to see his arm, but we know he's got one out there. So does Kailua. Now Oni Dawson, another Raiders sophomore, coming to the plate here.
Ooh.
That one just missed, if at all.
Wow. That looked pretty good from here.
On Zai.
In the exact same spot.
Yeah. Maybe a little harder with the sound. 1-1. Easy take there.
Yeah.
Ball up at the letters. Dawson was 1 for 3 yesterday versus Castle. Scored a run. Ten to 2, Raiders leading Leilehua. One out here in the bottom of the 4th. Another walk issued by the Mules. This time it is Dawson headed to first base. Eight free passes issued by Mule pitchers so far today. Bryson Zai gets that one across. This is Nalu Kane. At the plate. Kainalu. His first name. And he pops out to the right fielder. Does a good job coming over to the line. That's Barton out there, who was the starting pitcher. Now with 2 out, it'll be the leadoff hitter, Cole Ide. Zai's pitch bounces into Sasaki. Cole Ide is really color coordinated. He's got the red
Cole
gloves.
Cole.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many Coles.
I know. Yeah, he is color coordinated. You just feel like he's due right here.
Yeah.
Good eye. Like the other Cole, he knows his strike zone very well.
Unlike the other Cole, he bats from the right side. Two-0 pitch. That one is sharply stung to second base, picked up there and over to first. Great play by Pasco to end the inning.
Well, he hit that ball as hard as you can hit a ball. It was just a great pickup by the Leilehua second baseman there.
Iolani 10, Leilehua 2 after 4 complete. Ten runs, 5 hits for the Raiders. Raiders have also committed 3 errors. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Leilehua Mules. New pitcher for the Raiders is number 8. That is not Cole
Yonomine. We know that.
It's another number 8. Maybe his name is Cole too to further confuse me. I will check with our wonderful scorekeepers next door. Now on the mound for the Raiders, Jaden Anzai, another freshman.
You know, it's not like football where you have offense, defense, special teams. How come they print more than one number of the same jersey? I don't understand it. Right.
Yeah. Anzai, first pitch over for a strike. Pasco grounds that one foul along the first base line. Pasco made that great play at second base to end the previous half inning. Now batting against Jaden Anzai. That one's fouled to the left side. You mentioned football and jerseys, but Anzai also a football player. And he got called up to the varsity from the intermediate football team.
As a ninth grader.
As a ninth grader, yeah.
Says a lot about him.
Impactful.
Wow.
And he throws that one right past Pasco for a strikeout.
I love the way Ahukovi threw the ball past Chonky into left field, but he held the pose, you know?
like I meant to do that.
Nothing like a little humor in the middle of a game.
Why not?
Nice breaking ball.
Yeah.
Nice breaking ball there.
Got some nice action on that one. Dove under the bat of Awana. Just got a piece of it. His eye staring in above that light blue glove. This time the fastball. He's the top half of the strike zone.
He's throwing decently hard right here.
0-2 pitch to Awana. That's high and outside.
This is breaking ball there.
Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anzai, we've been watching intermediate football games in the last couple of years. Incredible football player. I mean, he can do it all. Awana grounds this one to Lau Kong at short. Nice throw over to Keisan Amazaki, who has taken over at first base for Iolani.
When I first saw that ground ball, my initial thought was Lau Kong should charge that ball. And then he sat back, waited, and then showed off his arm. And I said, well, if you have an arm like that, you can just sit back.
You're Mono Lau Kong. Cohen Barton now at the plate.
Change of speeds.
It's the count 1-1. Barton.
Nice
Now
breaking pitch there.
falls behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Raider freshman, Jaden Anzai. Steps off the rubber. 2 out, nobody on. 10-2 Raiders.
Ooh.
Oh, Colby had to spring up and catch that one. Barton singled, drove in a run. First run of the game in the first inning, struck out in the third. Whoa. Looks at strike 3 there. 2 strikeouts for Jaden Anzai as the Mules go down 1, 2, 3 in the 5th.
ball looked a little up.
The batter was Cohen Barton, so maybe that had a little something to do with it. He stands at least 6'3", but I hear you.
We have another pitching change here for the Leilehua.
This is Blaze Manutai.
Blaze Manutai.
Leilehua was down 10-2, but they win the jersey number game. 10-2.
Yeah, at least
their roster is solid.
At least they make it easier for us announcers here.
Just joking, folks. Just joking. Prior to the Clem Hew Invitational, the Raiders participated in the Iolani tournament, and from here, they'll play in the Kitamura tournament. They'll start that off here at a game at Iolani School against Iolani on February 22nd. That's a Thursday. They will continue through the Kitamura tournament, then go to Maui, 3 games in the Baldwin tournament before taking a week and a half break before ILH play starts on Wednesday, March 13th against Marino. Leading at 10-2 here against Leilehua. Manalao Kong getting us started here in the bottom of the 5th. Mana has singled and walked twice. This time rips one to right. Over the head of the right fielder against the wall. Mana striding easily into second base with a double. Mana committed to the University of Hawaii. Back in his freshman year, played baseball up the road. Courtesy runner comes in for him. CJ Tyra. Judo Ota swings at the first pitch and he bangs that one in a right for a base hit. Tyra stops at third. Judo Ota.
John, is there a 10-run rule after 5?
Yes, yes there is.
Oh, then the game-ending run is standing at first base.
Yesterday's game ended 14-4 in the bottom of the 6th when the Raiders pushed across the run.
You gotta believe Aho Covey wants to make up for his last at-bat.
That was a strikeout. His first 2 at-bats were hit by pitch.
I think he'll be looking for something early in the count.
Manutai
Back.
plays the fake to third, throw to first.
And they had him if he had been a little quicker. Not that Ota was stealing, he was just breaking out on the pitcher's first move.
Ota had 2 stolen bases in yesterday's game. Off-speed pitch is hammered to center field, kind of a deke out there. Ball drops in front of the center fielder.
What are you doing?
1 run scores, and the throw to third gets Ota sliding in.
Did you say that ball was hammered to center field?
Well, I don't. I just heard the sound. My eyes aren't so
no,
good.
it was
Yeah.
it was kind of blooped
Yeah.
in there. He definitely did not catch all of it. Aho Covey is so strong. When he hits it, you know if he caught it
It's a
solid.
preseason game for me too.
No. I don't think you saw it, but it.
I heard it.
It was kind of a bloop for him.
Hanoa is out in center field now, and he kind of acted like he was going to catch it.
Yeah, he gave the deke there. Actually, that was good initial base running by Ota. He didn't fall for the fake. He read that ball off the bat pretty well.
So Ota gets cut down at third, leaving it with runner at first base only for Cole Ide now. The 9-run lead here in the bottom of the fifth. Pitch high and outside. Akagi running for Aho Kovi at first base. Left hand hitting Ide at the plate. Swings at the 2-0 pitch, pops it up.
Whoa, whoa.
And the pitcher, Manutai, looking down at Awana, the third baseman who came in. And usually that's going to be his play. Manutai's bigger, though.
That's a play you rarely see, where the third baseman comes in for the ball, calls for it again, and then the pitcher catches the ball.
So now with 2 out, Chonki. He'll try to end this game if he can get Ethan around from third. Tell you, Chonki, yesterday's game, you weren't here for yesterday's game. He can run the ball. I mean, he can beat out infield hits, slowly hit ground balls.
I was speaking with his father, Dennis Chonki, class of '84, and Dennis was fast, and he said his son is faster than him, and that says a lot.
That's saying something.
I played with his father, Dennis. Well, I shouldn't say playing. I was on the bench cheering for Dennis, the dad.
3-0 pitches. Hit the short, it goes through Awana and into left fielder. Doesn't come up with that cleanly, but Akagi stays at second. Now there are 2 on. Oniate coming to the plate here.
All right, we are potentially 1 base hit to the outfield away from ending this game, John.
Oniate tried to do that. Big swing. Pitch was too tall. Coach Kurt coming down the line.
You gave us the history of the Leilehua left fielder. It would be classic if we had a base hit to left and if it came down to a play at the plate.
He is in center field now.
Oh, center field, okay.
Yeah, he went over. Ooh, Mules wanted that one.
Just off the plate.
Coach Kurt coming in. He wants to talk it over with Makana Oniate. He was 2 for 4 yesterday versus Castle. Got a triple, drove in a couple runs. One-two pitch. Misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out. 2 on. And that one's hit to the second baseman, who gloves it. Throw in the dirt, but it's handled by Dykes. To end the inning, we will play on. It is 11-2. Leilehua trailing the Iolani Raiders. But some good defense. The throw to third, in particular, keeps this game going and avoids the 10-run rule. And we look to the mound, and we have another Raider pitcher. Number 12. Previous pitcher, Jaden Anzai, got the Mules in order, striking out a pair.
The shadows have come in and has completely covered home plate now.
Does that make it tough on the batter?
A little bit. You know, you're in the batter's box in the shadow, and the pitcher and the pitch is coming from sunlight into the shadows. So.
Now batting for the Mules, Tanner Tamarine, who is in left field. Pops that one up. Aho Covey back to the screen. This one grounded to third. That goes under the glove of Chonky and into left field.
Chonky's upset with himself there. It's kind of a tough play. It looks like he might have had time to get around it, but he went with the backhand and the ball just stayed down.
That one. Pitch goes to the backstop. It's Mark Kajioka on the mound for the Raiders. Senior. Freitas at the plate. Kai Freitas. Head in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Kajioka spins. Try to get Tamarine straying off second base.
Watch out.
Three balls, no strikes to Freitas. Kajioka's pitch is in there for a strike. Three-one pitch. Grounded off the glove of Chonky. It trickles into left. Coming up quickly is Kane. And there'll be runners at the corners for Leilehua, with Keola Hanoa coming to the plate. Mark is the 4th Raider pitcher of the afternoon, following Weeks, Thompson, and Anzai. Check swing on the pitch in the dirt. Noah takes that one. Evens the count at 1-1.
Chonky's still playing even with the bag there. Interesting. 9-run lead, you thought he might be pushed back.
Nice pitch by Kajioka. Makes it 1-2. Nobody out. Runners at the corners for Leilehua. But they trail the Raiders 11-2. That one looked good. To the people to my right, in particular, the Raider dugout.
It's a great pitch by Kajioka.
That makes the count 2-2 to Hanoa. And that one on a bounce. Squirts away from Ahokovi enough for Po'opa'a.
Really good stop by Ahokovi. Saved the run.
Po'opa'a does move over to second base. Another one in the dirt. Ball 4. So Keola Hanoa goes to first base. The bases are loaded. Nobody out here. Raiders leading at 11-2, but now they will talk things over as Coach Derek Toyama heads to the mound.
Temperature's dropping here at Iolani Field,
Yeah,
John.
I brought my jacket. Need a jacket, Chris?
I did not bring my jacket.
They set up a tent here too today. Yesterday there wasn't a tent.
Yeah.
But yesterday, you know what? There wasn't morning and midday action. It was just the 4 o'clock game yesterday. And if you're coming for the 4 o'clock game or the 3:15 game during the season, 3:30, yeah, it's hot, and then the sun disappears. It can get a little chilly. First pitch to Dykes is low for a ball. Adrian Dykes looks at another. He is out in front. 2 balls, no strikes, no out. Bases loaded. Kajioka fires. That one's fouled out. Fouled back just to our right.
Iolani's first baseman, Keisin Amazaki.
Yes.
So he's playing up. Chunky is playing up. Looks like they're coming home on a ground ball to them. Oh,
Check swing, but the ball squirts under the glove of Ahokovi to the backstop. And Tamarine scores to make it 11-3. Another wind picking up. Two-two pitch in there for a called strike 3. Kajioka strikes out Dykes for the first out of the inning. Shortstop Sablan. Come to the plate for Leilehua. Looks at a fastball called strike. Po'opa'a at third. Hanoa at second. 1 out. 11-3 Raiders. Fastball is high. Evens the count at 1 ball and a strike. Sablan takes that one. Pitch up in the letters. 2 balls and a strike. 2 runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss at the ball in the dirt. Mark Kajioka, senior, on the mound for the Raiders. That one's fouled back. Oh, look out. Into the Sullivan courtyard. Two-two pitch to the Leilehua shortstop, Sablan, outside. Easy take for Jacob, runs the count full. Kajioka, 3-2 pitch. Just misses. Walks Sablan to load the bases. That is the 3rd walk issued by the 4 Iolani pitchers in today's game. The 2nd by Kajioka. There'll be a pitching change. Kenny Harrison, Iolani assistant coach, out there administering the pitching change. Remember, Kenny Harrison was the Punahou head coach from 2012 to 2014. He made state tournament in his first year, 2012. Joining the Iolani staff this year, along with Dean Yotamine, Derek Toyama, Galen Como, and Sanford Ujimori, under head coach Kurt Miyahira. Kenny, a player at the University of Hawaii at Manoa back in the day.
This is Ethan Akagi.
Number 3, yeah, warming up on the mound. I do not think that is a different number 3. Just trying to be sure. Ethan started in left field in yesterday's game. Went 2 for 2 with a double. Scored a couple runs. Got a walk, stole a base. Now here against Leilehua. Takes over on the mound. Turns around to check with his defense as the bases are loaded. Strip of sunlight going right through Ethan's back. First pitch is high.
Just made a change at first and told Amazaki to play behind the runner. I think that's a good move.
Kagi falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded of Mules. That's a shot, but right to Manalao Kong. steps on the bag. The twin killing ends the inning. Mana Laukong had that played perfectly. Talked about the change in the defense, but everybody was in the right spots.
Yeah.
That was a shot.
That ball was a rocket.
That was Big Blaze Manutai. He got all of it. It went right to the glove of Mana Laukong, who was already near the bag at second base.
But give Akagi credit, came in 2 strikes. One batter, double play is out of the inning.
So now it is 11-3. The Raiders coming to bat here in the bottom of the 6th. Clem Hew Invitational. You know what's cool too about, in a way, let's see if I can explain this. It's cool that Clem Hew is not an alum of Iolani School, because that shows you know, a lot of times we're talking about alums, whether it be Eddie Hamada or, you know, or you. But a lot of alums are coaches, and a lot of alums make an impact, but you don't always need to be an alum, and Clem Hew was not.
Actually, technically, he is an alum.
Because
he attended Iolani.
Yeah, okay.
And it has.
But he doesn't have that number.
As he would say it, I don't know the exact reasons, but he he did not graduate from Iolani School.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because there are a bunch of people.
Yeah. But
too many to name.
He's Iolani through and through.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely. So what I mean by that is to say, you don't have to have graduated from the school and got a diploma and shook the headmaster's hand and all of that to really leave a mark at the school.
Watch out.
This is Titan Pasco on the mound for the Mules. Pitching to Amazaki. Pasco was the second baseman. Amazaki. It's that one deep to the outfield, over the right fielder's head, and deep right center field into that corner, the farthest part of the park.
I think his teammates in the dugout are teasing him a little bit that he should have been on third, and he made a decision that second was good enough.
I think they're kind of equating putting the ball there into the farthest corner of the park to being a triple every time.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get a triple on a lot of fields, and that's probably the one spot on this field that you can get a stand-up triple, is that deep right center.
What do you think the distance is out there? We gotta come out here one day and scope it.
Well, we shot the laser to right field, and it was.
Don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Pasco's pitch. Kane sends it.
That's gonna drop
into right field. Misplayed by the right fielder. Kane needs to slam on the brakes. So does Amazaki at third. Runners at the corner. There's no out. Raiders leading it by 8.
All right. We thought Cole was doing his last at bat, and he hit the ball as hard as you can hit it, but just at the second baseman. I think Cole's going to hit another ball hard right here.
Cole Yonamine.
Cole Yonamine, yes.
1 for 3 on the afternoon. Designated hitter here in this game.
Nice breaking pitch. Yeah, nice breaking ball right there.
Cole was the catcher in yesterday's victory over Castle. Pops that one up foul. Yesterday it was 14-4. Raiders ended it in the bottom of the 6th. That's where we are right now.
Okay. Cole got to put something in play right here.
Fouls that one off to the left side. Scatter some birds over there. No balls, 2 strikes. Cole Yonamine at the plate. Pasco delivers. Throw is cut off by Pasco. As Kane slides into second base with what would be the game-winning run here.
Game ending.
Game ending. Thank you.
Well, I mean, it would be the winning, but because it ends the game.
I want to be most accurate, as you know. Words matter to me. Thank you. I need all the help I can get. I, too, am rounding into baseball preseason form.
I have to say, this is very enjoyable. Just watching baseball. This is very enjoyable.
Pasco's pitch in the dirt, runs the count full.
And if I had brought a jacket, it'd be enjoyable and comfortable.
Yeah. Live and learn.
So Leilehua has the infield in. They're going to try and cut down the runner at third.
Pasco's pitch is lashed at by Yonamine.
That will end the game right there, John.
It goes, bounces against the wall. Amazaki scores.
they held him at third so that Laokong could get in at bat.
Kane stops at third. Yonamine at second.
Yeah.
So Mana Laokong.
If you're Leilehua, I don't know how you feel about that. That you're trying to squeeze in another at bat. Yeah. Leilehua coaches telling the outfield that they got to come in because if it's a fly ball, they need to be able to throw the runner out at home.
Nobody out. Runners at second and third. Laokong looks at the first pitch from Pasco. It's a called strike on the outer half.
I'm glad we didn't put the announcer jinx on Cole there. We thought.
Well, you said you did. You said the game was over.
Well, no, that's not the jinx. I'm talking about that we had said that Cole was due for a solid hit, and he definitely delivered.
1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back.
Watch.
As you can tell by the sound in all of our microphones, that one went right into the bleachers. Wow. Now everybody in the stands is talking about it. 1-2 pitch to Laokong. Takes it.
Wow. Wow.
Just missed on the outside. Mules wanted that one. Raiders wanted this at bat for Laokong. Mules wanted a strikeout. They don't get it. It's 2-2.
They would have an argument.
Pasco's pitch. Easy take for Mana. Mana just recently got done with the boys basketball season. The leading scorer for Ryan Hirata's Raiders, 12.5 points per game. Averaged almost, Pasco's pitch is in the dirt, so Mana draws a walk. I was just about to say Mana scored in double figures in 9 of 11 ILH games. Had a great season. So with that walk, the bases are now loaded for Judah Ota. Left-hand hitting sophomore center fielder Judah Ota. Pasco's pitch is just a little wide. Ota 1 for 2 in today's game. Walked twice. Scored a run. Nice pitch by Pasco there. Evens the count at 1-1. Still nobody out. No one is on a bounce to the plate. Freitas back there for the Mules now at catcher. Two balls and a strike. Ota cracks that one off the second baseman, Aurelio. And coming across to score the run is Nalu Kane, and the game is over. The Raiders win it 13-3 in 6. Somewhat similar result as yesterday's 14-4 victory over Castle in 6. So the Raiders, a couple 10-run rule victories here in 2 of their 3 games here in the Clem Hew Invitational. Your thoughts, Coach Chris, as we wrap it up here?
Yeah, very impressed with the Iolani Bats. 13 runs.
12 hits.
Also impressed with Iolani pitching.
Yeah.
Reese, 3 solid innings. Weeks, 3 solid innings. But also 2 9th graders.
Yes.
Both of them pitch very well. Yeah.
13 runs, 12 hits for the Raiders. They did commit 4 errors. For Leilehua, 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error by the Mules. Raiders win it 13-3. We look at the schedule tomorrow at 8:30. Oh, not tomorrow, not Sunday. Take a break from the Clem Hew Invitational on Sunday. Back in action on Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Kaiser versus St. Louis. Then at 11 o'clock, Kalani versus Mid-Pacific. At 1:30, Kamehameha versus Mililani. And then in the last game, it'll be the Iolani Raiders hosting the Campbell Sabres. That one scheduled for first pitch at 4 o'clock. Come out on President's Day. Enjoy some baseball here at beautiful Eddie Hamada Baseball Field on the campus of Iolani School on Monday. Day off. I think I will do that.
Yeah. Thank you, John. This was
Chris.
very enjoyable.
Thank you to everybody watching on Iolani Live on the Iolani School YouTube channel. Thanks to Dane Kurihara for helping us set up. We'll have to kind of work on our scoreboard. Apologies out there. Got to get a lot of things plugged in properly, and we're shifting things, making no excuses, just apologizing. Thank you to Chris Shimobukuro for joining me. I'm John Tamanaha, reminding you that it was the Raiders defeating Leilehua 13-3 here at the Clem Hew Invitational. Have a great night and rest of the weekend, and we'll see you next time. Aloha.